भगवचार सुतर सदस्मान भक्ति विधान सरस्वती भूषाणी प्रभुपाद आनंद को योजना मिल रामाचार्य श्री रविदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु स्थान श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्ति वृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गौर श्याम राधा कुंड की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। यमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। नववेद भक्ति वृंद की जय। All glory to God. All glory to God. All glory to God. Thank you.
The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th Canto, 6th Chapter, Text number 4, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 4th, 1975, in Vrindavan, India.
Translation. Therefore, only for the purpose of sense gratification, material activities like economic development are simply a waste of time and energy without any practical profit. If such energy and endeavor is utilized for Krishna consciousness, surely one can attain to the spiritual platform of self-realization. There is no benefit by engaging oneself in economic development.
tat prayasana tattavya jata ayudha param natatha vindati kshemam mukunda charanadavam. Prayas, activities, Rupa Goswami has forbidden. Pratyahara prayasascha prajalpa niyamantraha lurvam janasammascha sarabhi bhakti pranasya. There are 6 kinds of activity which will increase your transcendental importance of life, and there are 6 kinds of activity which will destroy your whatever little devotion you have got. This in the Upanishamrita you find how you can increase and how you can finish. So, about finishing, if you are actually advancing in spiritual life, if that is your aim, then these 6 things should be avoided. As it is said, prayas. The first thing is pratyahara, eating too much than necessary. Pratyahara. Or collecting more than you require. For maintenance of your body, you have to secure some monetary benefit, but not more than what you require. People are not satisfied. At the present moment, everyone is trying to get more and more and more and more. There is no satisfaction. This kind of endeavor is forbidden. It will not help you. But people are mad after money. If he is getting, say, 500 rupees, he says, no, 5,000. And if he gets 5,000, then say, why 5,000? 5 lakhs. And if he gets 5 lakhs, then he says, why 5 lakhs? 5 crores. This is it. The whole world is going on. They are never satisfied. You go to any rich man, said, you have now enough money, please come to our meeting in the morning, 7:30. No, I have no time. I'm earning money.
ये इस ज्ञान का सूचना नहीं है उनके पास। वो जो है सही व्यक्ति से वो सलाह मशवरा नहीं करते हैं, इसलिए वो श्रम श्रम एव ही
Because I forbid, because you cannot get more than what you are destined to get. That is not possible. You, by your karma by result of your karma, you have to get some happiness. You get that much, not more than that. So what is the use of endeavoring? Therefore, it is said, Vat-prayasana tattva vata ayudhavattvaram. Simply wasted time. Suppose you are doing some business and earning money, and if somebody says that you cannot get more than 500 rupees per month, then why you work so hard? But because they have no information, we do not take consultation from the right person. Therefore they are trying uselessly. The human life was meant for understanding Krishna. Instead of using the energy for understanding Krishna, we are spoiling the energy unnecessarily to earn money. This is the modern civilization. The whole Western world, how they are spoiling their life unnecessarily. We should be satisfied in economic position as we are put into. So, in another place, Narad Muni said, Tassaiva heta pradati pakurvida nalam bhati jam bhavatam paridata. Tallam bhati dukkha bhagatmata sukham kalena sarvatra gavira nastasa. Gavira tallam bhati, your material gain, happiness at this stage, you are destined to get. You get it. Again we said, dukkha bhavannata. Dukkham ajatmata. Ajatmata. Nobody tries to get this stage. If you ask anybody that why you are working so hard, nobody says that I am working so hard, I want distress. Nobody is saying. Everyone is saying, I will be happy. I will get happiness, therefore I am working hard. Then this is distress. Yes, this is distress, but I will get happiness after this. This is called Maya. He undergoes distress, but he is thinking I will get happiness. This is called Maya. So, there is no use. This is Shastric in Jagana. You have to see your future through this Shastra. So, don't waste your time in that way. Ayudhvana param. Ayudhvana, the duration of life, pure life. Allah has begun with the war. This life is very, very important. And after many, many births, you have got it. So you should always remember that every moment of this life is so important. How much it is important, that is explained by Chanakya Pandit. Anyone can understand. He says he is not a Krishna conscious person, but moralist, your Prime Minister. He says, Ayusa, Snayukoti, Nalampa, Sarvakoti, your duration of life, you have got a certain years duration of life. You cannot live more than that. If you have got your duration of life for 50 years, you can live up to 50 years, not 100 years. These are all destined. It is useless. So, therefore it is very important. In Bhagavad, in another place it is said, Purnam Japeta Anavuttu Patita Javat Nisvesaya. The same thing repeated. Here Pandit Maharaj also says that Gurvamah Manasanjanma Pavati Arthuma or Sama. First of all, you have to consider that you have got this human form of life. After many, many hundreds and thousands, millions, 8,400,000 human. So, therefore, it is although temporary. Everyone knows that I will not live forever. But even though it is temporary, adhruva, not eternal, it is orthodox. It is orthodox. Whatever little life you have got, you can attain perfection. This is Jatmana. You can attain perfection. How perfection? Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarvadharman Parityajamamekam saranam aham sarvapāpi bhava. This is perfection. Krishna says that you give up all this nonsense engagement, simply surrender unto me, and I shall give you relief. Our continuation of material life means full of sinful activities. We are somewhere and we get a similar body, and again life continues, and again we get another body, another body, another body. But in the human form of body, you can get the first perfection, Krishna consciousness, and that is stop your continuation of this material life. Manasasthani indriyani karsati mamaivansu jiva bhuta jiva loki sanatana. Manasasthani indriyani prakritisthani karsati. By mental concoction and sense gratification, he is continuing this material existence. So everywhere the same instruction is there, that this human form of life is only one part of the consciousness, but it has territory not here. What Dr. Das Thakur says, Hari Hari Vi Bhave Janam. My Lord Hari, I have simply wasted my time. Actually, if one is not Krishna conscious, he is simply wasting his valuable time. Hari Hari Vi Bhave Janam. How Manusya Dharma Paya, Radha Krishna Rapu, Janiya Suniya Vishokhaya. The same thing, as Prahlad Maharaj says, this is called Mahajan. The one Mahajan speaking something, another Mahajan will say something else. That is not Mahajan. Mahajan means Eva Parampara Praptam. What Prahlad Maharaj said millions of years ago, Dr. Das Thakur, he is saying the same thing. Prahlad Maharaj says, Guru Varam Manasam Janma, Pavati, Asruvam, Arthanam, and the same thing is being repeated by Dr. Das Thakur. Hari Hari Vi Pali Janama. Why you are going there with children? So, this is called parampara, so nobody should go with children. Huh? Yeah. Huh? No. So, why should we waste our time? Let's see practically, we are asking people, well, don't waste your time. We are opening hundreds of centers. You come with us, little prasadam you require, we shall supply. We chant Hare Krishna. No. No. I shall do the same thing, prayer. Trying for this, trying for that, trying for something else. No, nobody is satisfied. But my life is meant for Krishna consciousness. Here is a chance to develop Krishna consciousness. Let me live here peacefully and let me eat the prasadam and chant Hare Krishna. We will find no customer. This is Maya. Devi Dhesa Gunami Mama Maya Dutya. Ma Eva Prapadanti Maya Metam Karan. It's very, very difficult. But still, Vaishnava, he learns. And moralists who know Shastra, who knows advice. It's like Chanakya Pandita was saying. Chanakya Pandita said, I was trying to be Nalampa Sarvakuti we. Formally, there was exchange of, the means of exchange was spoiled. Gold, even in India, even in Mohammedan time, there was gold, not this paper, cheating. I give you money, 1,000 rupees, some paper, very money. But people are satisfied. Yes, I've got 1,000 rupees. It is India. That's it. But actual money is in gold exchange. So therefore Chanakya Pandit says, this means at that time there was gold coin exchange. Even in our childhood we have seen in India, there was coins, gold coins, silver coins, everywhere, all over the world. In England there was found gold coins. So Chanakya Pandit said, Sarva Koti Hi. Sarva means gold coin. And Koti means 10 million. So, suppose today is 6th December. That's 7 o'clock, morning 7 o'clock, 6th December, fast. Can you bring it again by paying 1 crore of gold coins? Then let me get back again, 7 o'clock, 6th December 1975, again. No, it is gone. So just see the value that you cannot get back in the moment of your life by paying millions and millions of dollars. How time is valuable, just calculate. Therefore Chanakya Pandit says, Vyarthapanamita Tanu Hadistatodita. If you waste your time, such valuable time, for nothing, just imagine how much loser you are. But we do not know. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kirtaniya Sadhari, your life is meant for chanting. Therefore, you should simply chant, sada, always, consistently. This is properly using the moments of time. But Prahlad Maharaj said that Tat-prayas, if you foolishly endeavor for making some economic development, then what is it? Ayudha param. You have got this valuable life. Every moment is so valuable. That means you are wasting your valuable life. By such endeavor to improve your economic condition, it is not possible. So, ajaguna, if you get distressed without endeavoring for it. You get happiness without endeavoring for it, because that is destiny. You cannot get more or less. You will get it. Therefore, whatever little life we have got, instead of wasting for improving economic condition, let us use it for advancing in Krishna consciousness. That is life. Who understands this slogan, this rascal word? Nobody understands this slogan. But this is real philosophy. Not to waste your valuable time for improving your economic condition. That is not possible. You have to utilize every moment to see how you are improving Krishna consciousness. So, how I am improving will give me the certificate? No, you don't require anyone's certificate. You know it. If you actually trying for advancing Krishna consciousness, the certificate will be understood by yourself automatically. What is that? Bhakti parishanubhava vibhakti annatrasya. If you advance in Krishna consciousness, that means you will be detestful for material enjoyment, especially sex enjoyment. That is the last word of material enjoyment. So this is the test, that bhakti parishanubhava vibhakti annatrasya. Jagavadhi mamachitta krishna padaravinde nava nava dhamadantumasi Jagavadhi vatanari sangame smadjamane bhavati mukha vipara sushtu nishchivana Jagannath. This is the test. The more you advance in spiritual consciousness, Krishna consciousness, you dislike this material happiness. This is the test. How it is? Just like if you are hungry and if you get food, then the more you eat, your appetite or hunger will be minimized. And at last you say, no, I don't want it. Similarly, advancement in Krishna consciousness means, no, I don't want. Not only saying don't want, but Jagavadhi mamachitta Krishna padaravindayo nava nava dhamadantumasi Jagavadhi vatanari sangame. Here our feelings of happiness is sex life. Sometimes we think how I was enjoying sex life with my wife, with my husband. That is also pleasant. We read so many novels because there is sex life. They feel very happy. How this man is talking with this woman, woman is talking with this woman, and how they are enjoying. So that is subtle enjoyment. There are 8 kinds of subtle sex life. If you see one beautiful woman, and if you appreciate her, how nice the face is, that is subtle sex. If you read books, that is also subtle sex. If you endeavor how to approach that woman or man to find out the opportunity, that is subtle sex. There are 8 kinds of subtle sex life. So, it is forbidden for a brahmachari and even to think of a woman. That is brahmachari. Even of thinking of a man is subtle sex life. It is very, very difficult. But, Māmeva prabhadante maya nemitam. If you catch the lotus feet of Krishna very tightly, these things will not disturb. That is said by Brahma. Bhavati mukhavita. If you become a pure devotee of Krishna, then as soon as you think of sex, you strike. Oh, what is this? This is it. That is the settlement. Whether you have got that attitude, spite, then you understand that you are in peace. Otherwise you are in the same hellish condition. You may show that you are becoming a devotee, very great devotee. But taste yourself how much you have advanced. So, that is the Shastric injunction everywhere. Tippanta neha, tippana bahudukha bhaja, bahudukha bhaja. Janvai samadhidyameni sukham nitucham, pandyanena parayo rivadukha dukham. Pandyatriva manasija visayipati, tippanta neha tippana bahudukha bhaja. Everyone is practically aware that how sex life is followed by so many miserable conditions of life. Everyone knows it. Either illicit or legal. The world is going on because there is no Krishna consciousness. Now, they are creating so many sinful life. Killing the child. Totally, the doctors, the medical man, scientists advise, if you like, you can kill your child. And to kill a child means how a sinful activity, they do not know, but they are inducing. He has to become a child, and he will be killed by somebody else. And again, as many times he has killed children, he will have to leave within the home and he will be killed. The Bahudukha Bhaja, it will be followed by so many miserable conditions of life. But now they are advertising 1, 2, 3 months. But 1 to 3 months, balance children you kill. This is life. Then why not stop such life? Very important. Those who could have, not only in this life, but in the next life, because there is no Buddha, Navijanati Mameva Paramanda. This rascal civilization is so dangerous. Buddha, full of rascals. Well, little humble attentive to give them relief from this rascal civilization. That is Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness movement means to give little relief or little knowledge to the people in general, especially to the human being. Like Prahlad Maharaj, Guruvana Manu Sanayanna, Pavati, Asurvam, Asurvam. In the human life one can understand. We are speaking all these instructions from Shastra by Krishna or Krishna's devotees. Why? Just to do really, they may understand how to really do Varanamana Sangha. Before the next death, let me finish my Krishna consciousness life. That is it. That is intention. Otherwise, as far as the life is finished, there is no guarantee that I am going to take again a human kind of life. It is not. But there is little guarantee for the devotee. For the devotee, if he has then a little service to Krishna, even for a moment, the life of human life, that is good. Guaranteed in this way that if we unknowingly commit some mistake, there will be failure. And if we knowingly commit mistake, then we are going to be cast and burned. This is the facility. Yoga Bhasta. Suchinam Sumatangihi Yoga Bhasta Sanya. Sakta Sadharmam Sarvam Jam Hare. Patit Pasu Viti. Bhavarnapa. One has taken the Krishna consciousness, but on account of immature Krishna consciousness, if he falls down then he gets yoga Krishna samjayati, Suchinam. But if one purposefully commits mistake and sinful life, now I am chanting Hare Krishna, I can do all sinful, it will be counted. That rascal will be punished very, very much. Nam Nam Bala Jashahi Papa Buddhi. I am living in Vrindavan, Hari Dhama, so let me do all nonsense. It will be counted. There will be these cats and dogs and monkeys in Vrindavan. Dhamapura. Of course, Vrindavan's influence will be there, but at least one life who has to become the hog and dog in Vrindavan, the next life will be. Because as soon as becomes animal, there is no scope of unlimited committing sinful life. Animals are restricted. They can commit one kind of sinful life. That is human being, because he has no intelligence, he commits unlimited duration of sinful life. That is another danger. So one who commits this sinful life in Vrindavan, remember, he has to become next life cats and dogs, where you see very many dogs, hogs. But still, Vrindavan Dham is so powerful that next life is will salvation, even if he has become dogs and hogs. But that is not good. Why should we act in such a way that in Vrindavan Dham we shall commit sinful life and become a cat and dog? Jaya Jaya Vrindavan Vasudapura. You should be careful. You should be careful, especially in Dhamapura. So, Lord says, don't waste your time for improving your bodily comfort. That is not good. It is simply waste of time. Tatprayasana tatpanna japa ayudha param. This life, human form of life. Param, the supreme life. In the material existence, the human form of life is supreme. It is a very great result that if I can again go to Bharatvarsha and get a human life, this is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So you have come to Bharatvarsha, or you are born in Bharatvarsha, human life, take full opportunity of Krishna consciousness. Don't waste a single moment. This is the instruction. And even if you develop your economic condition, what is the gain? Real gain is to become Krishna conscious. That's what he said. Not a thamindati chino mukunda chavanam. You simply dedicate your life to serve Mukunda. Krishna's another name is Mukunda. Muk means liberation, mukti. Muk means mukti. So, ananda, the mukti ananda, that is real ananda, liberation. So therefore, our business is how to surrender fully unto the lotus feet of Mukunda, Mukunda Charanamrita, and fully engage in his service. That is the only business of human life. Don't try to make economic development. Dharma, kama, moksha. Don't try to become a religious person. Religious person means strictly following the rules and regulations of Varnashram Dharma. That is called religion. Varnashram acharavata purushena parakrama Vishnu arabhati purushena Lanat taptu sukha. Varnashram Dharma is called Dharma. Dharma means Brahma, He has got his duties, prescribed duties. Kshatriya, he has got his prescribed duties. Even if you are executing your occupation and duty very nicely, but if you do not become Krishna conscious, then it is simply waste of time. So, we give up. The real purpose of life is Mukunda Charanamudam. That is your purpose.
Hare Krishna. No sound is not coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sound is coming? Huh? There we go. Hare Krishna. So this in this lecture, Prabhupada spoke on that. Tat prayaso na kartavyo yatah ayurvyayah param na tata vindate kshevam mukunda charanambujam. So Prabhupada spoke on this verse. No, I will work 16 hours, 20 hours. You work, but the salary is fixed, they say. Will you work more? Company says, if you want, you can stay whole night in the company and work also. So you will work 8 hours and come back. Correct, no? Similarly, Prabhupada says, you are destined by your number of years you will live and the amount of earning you will make in life. Then why work more hard? Just as the dukkha comes without even being asked, similarly sukha will come, salary will come, your ayu is there, everything is there. So that was the first point. And Prabhupada was emphasizing on unnecessarily not working very hard in human form of life especially. Then he went on to talk about the human form of life, how it is very rare. So he quoted many things. So Prahlad Maharaj he quoted, he says, Tadapi Adruvam Artadam. And then he quoted from different sections of Bhagavatam like Tasyaiva Hetu Praitita Kovido Nalabhyate Yad Brahmatam Upariyadaha Tallabhyate Dukkavadaneta Sukham Kalana Saritra Abhiramasa Narada he quoted. And he was telling the Narottam Thakur as well as which other Mahajan he was quoting? Prahlad Maharaj, yeah. Prahlad Maharaj, Narottam Thakur. Narottam Thakur saying, Hari Hari Vifale Janama Gavaino. And Prahlad is saying, don't waste human life. So the Mahajanas conquer always in whatever they say. So in this way, first he spoke about greed, then he spoke about the importance of human form of life and how the human form of life one should not waste it. Then he went on to highlight a third point, which is about sex life. So he quoted two verses. Yadavadi mama cheta Krishna padarabinde. There was one verse. Another verse he quoted, Janmaitun grihame sukam tucham. So both these verses he quoted and he said, if somebody thinks about sex life, then 8 types of sex life, one should not even think of any of them. It is sinful and one should completely give up sex life, that is brahmacharya. So he was making that point. And then that is actually the certificate, he said. How can anybody get a certificate that you are improving your Krishna consciousness? Are you improving economically? Or are you improving your Krishna consciousness? Economically you cannot improve yourself. You are destined already. Okay, somebody says, okay, now somebody can make a show of advancing in Krishna consciousness. And then immediately is running after a woman, then what kind of advancement is he making? He is simply cheating himself. So therefore he said that a person is not advancing in spiritual life, he can give self-certificate, he said, by these two verses, that he has to spit at the very thought of it, if he ever gets a thought. So that was the point he was making, that sex life cannot give happiness, but people, either a person runs after money, or he runs after sex life, in human form of life, it is useless. One should not waste human life like this. And then he went on to say for the devotees who have left everything and come to Vrindavan, they have to be very careful in the execution of Krishna consciousness.
because there are two types of fall down. One is slip or unexpected fall down. Although one is eager to advance, unknowingly one falls down. Tekpa sudharmam charanambujam harer bhajan apakvota patetato yevi. Due to our apakvata in bhajan, if we fall, then you are called as yoga brashta. And such a yoga brashta becomes Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe yoga brashta vijayate. He becomes Shuchi or Shrimat. Due to the material desire, he fell down. So he goes to heaven, he satisfies those material desires, comes back as Shuchinam Shrimatam. There is a second category of devotee practicing. Namno balate se ki papa buddhi. Jan Bujkar, knowingly he commits blunders, thinking that I am anyway chanting so many rounds, I can indulge in sinful activities. Then they become cats and dogs, at least for one lifetime. And Prabhupada said, why should one waste one's life after coming to Vrindavan Dham? One should perfect one's life in the human form of life and not indulge in such kind of illicit sex and all that. So, these are two examples for indulging in illicit sex, and for not indulging, those two verses, Yadavadi Mama Chaita Krishna Padaravinde and Yanmaitunadi, and spitting at the very thought, and that is a certificate. So there is a connection between these two and these two. Then in concluding part, the last, he was a, what did he say last part? No. There was one more before Varnashma. You make one more. No, he was telling that the Bharatvarsh birth is extremely glorious. The birth in Bharatvarsha. If somebody, even the Devatas are queuing up and praying, please give me a birth in the Bharatvarsha. Okay, so you are born in Bharatvarsha. But many people born in Bharatvarsha tend to be pious and religious, and at the same time they are not awakening their Krishna consciousness. So he said, na utpadiyen yadiratim shamayevi kevalam. So dharma svanishtita pumsam vishwaksena katasyaha. Similarly, ata pumbe dvija srishta means the purpose is samsiddhir haritoshanam. So if you are not doing haritoshanam, if you are not awakening love of God, then religious life is also useless. So what is the connection? Earlier he is talking about irreligious life. Irreligious life is indulgence in sex life or improvement in economic development. These two are irreligious, because simply running after money is foolishness because everything is destined. Running after sex life is foolishness because it will never satisfy you. Yanmaitunadi and this Jadavadi Mama Chaita that says that. But still people, even after coming to spiritual life, people run after spiritual life either unknowingly or knowingly, and they get the respective results. But then if you say that, no, I am not irreligious in that way, running after money or sex, I am here, I am a religious person. Okay sir, you are religious, but are you awakening love for Krishna? If you say no, Shamayeva hi kevalam. That actually wraps up the whole lecture. You can see that. So in this way, this lecture, Prabhupada's main lecture is about giving up the greed. Tat prayaso na kartavyo yataha ayur vyah param. If you work very hard for economic development, your ayu will be finished. Chanakya says, ayusha kshana ekopi nalabhya swarna koti bihi. Or even if you give 1,000,000 coins, you will not get your one moment back. So don't waste the human form of life. That's the main underlying thread of the whole lecture. That means one should, in the name of improving economic development, one should not waste a human form of life. And then everything else falls in this thread that money is destined, ayu is destined. So there is no point in working hard for accumulating wealth and missing the opportunity to be Krishna conscious. So in this way, human form of life is very rare. So take advantage, stop the cycle of birth and death. So these are the main points. So the beauty of this lecture is one develops from the other. The first thing he told about the greed for economic development, and then he told about the destiny which blocks our economic improvement, and then subsequently he told about people who may say that, no, I am not just after money, I am after spiritual life. The Prabhupada said, where is the certificate? You can give Bhakti Parishana Bhavo Viraktir, Anyatra Chaishidrike Kala, that's a certificate. And that he captured one word only. What is that? Virakti. And what is the Virakti? Freedom from sex life. And then he quoted that. So in this way, he said that there are religious people who are running after economic improvement. Then there are so-called religious people who are running after sex life. Either Anjane se, nahin to Jan Bujkar. People are there. And then there are so-called religious people who are not awakening love for Krishna. So either we could be irreligious running after money, or we could be religious running after sex life. We could be religious, simply a Brahmana, a religious person. But if all these are useless, one has to actually become Krishna conscious, awaken. And by that, one neither runs after money, nor one runs after sex, nor one is a show bottle religionist, but one's goal is to awaken love for Krishna by sincere service. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की।